Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, we need to talk about what is going on in the Chancellor Robinson case, baby. We're not getting justice, but at least we are getting calls to justice. What am I talking about? Shanquella Robinson's family, headed by attorney Ben Crump, is calling everybody for action. It is now official. It has been rumored through Nancy Grace on YouTube. Lots of outlets, myself included on this channel, have said, what is Mexico doing? What is this stupid juvenile smokescreen that they are sending to the American public? And the people that care about Shanquella Robinson thinking like they're doing something when everybody knows they are doing the least. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, before we get into this report, let me just bring you up to speed really quick. Okay, Mexico made a big deal about saying we asked for extradition. We asked for this unfor. And we even gave our charge of filmicide and murder. It's only this many of them aside, she'll get 2 or 3 times the year. We're taking action until one of the head guys of the FBI believe it was Seltzer, came out and said, yeah, Mexico was piecing Mexico. Isn't making this a priority. Mexico doesn't care if this is solved or not. How do we know? Because one of the main keys in extradition is the crime that you're accusing one person of. Okay, the crime you're accusing one person of has to be a crime in another country. So if I say you're sentenced to life, I want to convict you to be sentenced to life, or eating my Oreo cookies. If you say no, it's extradite them, the other country in this case, where America would be like, yeah. But it's not a crime to eat Oreo cookies. And even if it was, you can't get life in prison for eating Oreo cookies. They're just cookies. We're not sending our citizens over there. Sorry. We know we have a treaty, but our first responsibility is to the Constitution. Don't you know? Okay. So that's out there, right? So how does this link up with everybody calling Mexico out? Well, there's a few things it looks like. Right, Tranquila's family, with the help of attorney Ben Crump, said, oh no, 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 no. They started a letter writing campaign to flood the U.S. I'm sorry, the Mexican embassy of letters, demanding that they do something in California about us, sir. And I gotta be honest with you, when I heard that I said, okay, that's cute. And I'm glad you guys are doing it, but they're playing in our faces. And there needs to be something more strong. We need someone to call them. We need someone to call them out. We need the family to call them out. There must be justice. Well, guess what? It looks like a Tranquila Robinson's family's attorney has answered that call. And it seems like, according to multiple outlets have reported this. But let's actually get into the people that were reporting it first. This is from Socked. This is a local Charletta news station But they have, and this is also by Joe Bruno. I believe Joe Bruno's the one guy that walked up there, knocked on the cobble sticks' doors, and said he knocked on the cobble six door. And he said, y'all gonna open this door, I'll help them up and blow it down. Now, of course, they were hiding like scared little rats. But the point is, he's actually been on the ground. He's actually been doing reporting. He's been on Nancy Grace. He's contacted the U.S. Embassy. He's contacted the consulates. He's not just sitting there saying he's an investigative reporter. He's actually showing that he has Shangri-La's best interest at heart. He's actually the first person that actually came out and exposed that something in the milk isn't clean. But let's get into this. They say it's been months since Mexican authorities announced that an arrest warrant was issued for a friend of Shanquella Robinson. After her death in Cabo San Lucas, we all assume at this point that this is designate Jackson. However, Mexico has not officially issued the name on the arrest warrant. As poor Mexican law, they haven't issued the name on the warrant. Just to circle back to what I said about that charge about femicide, I know I got a little bit off track, but the issue with the charge on the femicide is not a recognizable crime in America. Mexico knows that Mexico could very easily change that paperwork, and resubmit it, and get this extradition underway. Now, why aren't they doing that? Well, I have a couple of theories. I don't know about you guys, but listen to my shakeholder playlist. But I'll give you the longest short of it. I believe that there's something deeper going on with the Shanquella Robinson case. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's the hotels owned by the cartel. I don't believe that for 1 second, because when you Google who the hotel is owned by, it is a conglomerate that's based in America. This isn't season 1 through 3 of the Ozarks, okay? I don't think. That's it. I think what's going on is the doctor, so let's also not forget in Kabul's in a few other places, the U.S. State Department literally put a warning about going to their hospitals. One of the hospitals they put a warning out is actually the hospital, the American Clinic. Or it's in association. There's a scam that when you come for help, one person's wife almost died of COVID, and they tried to shake him down for 50,000 and then tried to build the insurance company for 100,000. That doctor that was there, they should have known, according to the autopsy, right, that Quilla wasn't coming back. That doctor that everybody thinks was paid off, that doctor that performed how many rounds of CPR and how many stopped to the point of every medical professional. It's like that's impossible. It's impossible what you're saying. That doctor, the two policemen, and the local councilman in the Cabo San Lucas, a Baja California area, were also involved. How deep does this corruption go? Like the FBI expert that was on Nancy Grace. Go watch my old videos. The last one I posted said, when you're dealing with these type of things, they don't want they don't want the FBI snooping around. They don't want the FBI stooping around. Do you know what that is? Because they'll make trouble. They'll make trouble. Because it's not the cartel. It's not anything except for the fact of that's the way they treat American tourists. Now you can go on and say that the way they treat Black American tourists. But it's the way they treat all American tourists, because let's not forget that someone who was a public defender that lived in the San Diego area was vacationing with his wife, who was also a lawyer. He'd showed up dead. They said he fell off his balcony. The wife said, "What are you talking about? Your security door told me he had a shot to the head. And that's how he died." They were like, "Oh, no, 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 we don't know why." The security guard said that no, he fell accidentally. The wife then said, "We're sending our own private investigator down to investigate and send his body back, because we're going to perform an independent autopsy." Let's not forget that Mexico said, no, 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 he was drunk. That's why he fell. The wife said, "He was not drunk. I was there with him. At dinner, he wasn't even a heavy drinker. He barely drank. Send his body back." You know, that they literally embalmed his body. Why is that important? Because when somebody says send an autopsy back and they embalm a body, you can't really test for blood alcohol level anymore, because all the blood is out of the body. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Well, you know who did. Mexico did. Sounds familiar. Somebody was very drunk. That's the way they died. It was just an accident. Isn't that the same mess they pushed off, Emma? It's not the same mess they pushed off with Shanquella. And these people with the power of the San Diego government behind them pushing for answers.